What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. In this video today, we're talking about one of my favorite squat accessory movements, a movement I think everybody should be doing if you have the problem of your hip shooting back in the squat. I'm going to be demonstrating the high bar squat, but this also applies to the low bar squat. We're gonna talk about tempo squats, but we're gonna do them a little differently. We're gonna take some cues from weightlifters to work on positional awareness. We're gonna keep the overall intensity of this accessory movement lower. You're gonna be training roughly between 50 to 60% of your 1 rep max. We also will be doing it naked, raw, paleo style. So we're not using any knee sleeves because knee sleeves, not nearly to the same extent as knee wraps, but they do assist with knee extension a little bit. So we want to go naked knee and also no help from the belt. So we're going sans belt, no belt. So we're going naked, raw, true paleo powerlifting. The belt can help increase, once again, that intra-abdominal pressure, which can help keep you upright. We want to expose our weaknesses here and really work on every single position. If you're like me, and I should give you a disclaimer here, yeah, morphology is probably the biggest factor when it comes to how you will squat, what's optimal for your body. If you're like me, and I've said this before, I got long femurs relative to my body, so my torso naturally is gonna be slightly more inclined than someone else that has a longer torso and shorter legs. So there will always be a little bit of a hip shift going on where your hip will shoot back for someone like myself when I squat heavier. But if you want to try and improve things, if you want to work certain areas, so if you want to make your squat more quad dominant, for me, the high bar squat for my lower back feels a lot better. And also I do have some minor aspirations towards weightlifting. So I like the high bar squat. I want to keep my torso relatively vertical. And so this, using it as a tertiary movement, that means, so we have the accessory, which are the primary assistance movements, so they're secondary. So something like a pause squat, where you're training at 70%, this is a great tertiary movement, which means your third choice when it comes to the squat. So we would do a squat, your secondary choice might be something like a front squat or something like a pause squat. And then this, because you'll be training it between 50 to 60%, will be your third movement. So here's how you execute a tempo squat. You want to do a tempo, so count in your head, and trust me when I say the first time you're gonna go faster than you think. You want to even tempo all the way down, so count of 3 seconds, 3 true seconds. I probably did about 4 seconds in the video, but 3 true seconds on the way down. Don't really pause at the bottom, reverse, and 3 seconds on the way up. What you'll notice, and you should start at 50% of your 1 rep max. Do sets of 5, do 3 sets of 5. What you'll notice is that probably if you have those ingrained motor patterns, so you're used to, like myself, on the high bar squat, where as soon as I get out of the hole, the hips will move slightly back and then my body will come up even when the weight is light. That's an ingrained motor pattern that we can change over time. How do we do that? Well, we work again on positional awareness. Giving a shout out to weightlifters. They already know this. They need to be in the right positions all throughout their movement. So on the front squat, on a high bar squat, they're very conscious of where their body is relative to the bar at all times. And so we can take some inspiration from them when we use the tempo squat. The best and the most valuable lesson we can incorporate from the tempo squat is where your body is at all times on the squat. So the tempo squat is great at teaching your hips where to be at all times. 3 seconds on the way down, 3 seconds on the way up. Make sure, especially when you do this, you're warming up. If you notice any incorrect cues, you should fix them immediately because this can really help you focus on those common technique errors. And so I would say this takes precedence over, just trying to fix the technique while working at higher percentages. Working at lower percentages, slowing things down, really helps you focus on what's wrong. The tempo squat for me is a movement I think everybody, especially if you have that problem of the hips shooting back, you should be trying it out and you should be doing it this way. So do 3 sets of 5, starting at 50%, and you can ramp it up slowly over time, 3 seconds on the way down, 3 seconds on the way up. And I will even show you, hey, you know what, am I full of shit? I'm gonna post right now. You'll see I did sets at 360, so 72.5% of my 1 rep max, sets of 8, and my hips are looking a little bit better. The weight's feeling fantastic. And also, for those that want to grow the quads, this will help stimulate your quads a little bit more for the high bar squat or any squat in general. It still applies for the low bar squat. Tempo squats, try them out. I am a big fan of them. Use them after, so you have your squat, you have your front squat maybe as your second choice, or maybe a pause squat. Try the tempo squat, so 3 seconds on the way down, 3 seconds on the way up. It will change your life. Squat better, squat more weight, get more gains. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, we're out here chilling in the corner, putting out the vibe. Else, how many likes are we going for?
25,001.
25,001 likes, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace.